Hi everyone, I'm Obi from Middle East, and today I'll be showing you how to make delicious Qatayef right at home. We'll be making the open face variant that is common across the Levant. These folded and stuffed pancakes are traditionally made with cream and nuts. They're really simple to make and you can flavour them any way you like. I'll be showing you how to make the pancakes and a delicious pistachio cream filling that is perfect for warm spring days. Comment down below with any fillings you think would be good for summer and your favourite Qatayef fillings. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you want to see more Middle Eastern recipes. Now let's get started. So we'll start off by making the syrup that we'll use to sweeten these Qatayef. We're making a zesty orange and cinnamon syrup that will go perfect with the pistachio. Wash a fresh orange and use a sharp knife to peel off the outermost layer of the orange skin. Work the knife from top to bottom at a very shallow angle and you won't get any of the bitter white layer. Once you've cut about half the orange's peel off, go ahead and slice it into thin strips like I'm doing. You'll need about a tablespoon of sliced orange peel, which will cook in our syrup and turn into candied orange. To start the syrup, place 100 grams of granulated sugar in a small pot and add 65 grams of water and a squeeze of lemon juice. Turn the heat up to medium-high and let the mixture come to a boil. Don't stir it, as if you do the syrup can crystallize. After a few minutes it should be boiling. Swirl the pot to give it a quick mix, then turn the heat down to low. Add in your stick of cinnamon and your orange peel from earlier and leave it to simmer for a full 10 minutes. When the 10 minutes is up, go ahead and add in your orange blossom syrup if you're using it. Now you're going to pour your syrup out into a small jug or bowl to let it cool. Use a fork or strainer to filter the syrup and pour it all out into the jug. Next, get a small piece of wax or grease-proof paper and put out all your orange peel onto the paper. Spread your individual pieces of peel apart and leave them to dry till they harden. And that's how you make candied orange peel. Now we'll move on to the actual Qatayef batter. This is really easy to make and you can do it by hand or in a blender like I did. Add 200 grams of flour, 60 grams of fine semolina, 1.5 tablespoons of sugar, 1 tablespoon of powdered milk, half a teaspoon of instant yeast, half a teaspoon of baking powder, and a quarter teaspoon of baking soda to your mixing vessel. Next, pour in 475 milliliters of water, and that's all that's needed. Mix together until you have a very liquid batter and everything is well incorporated. Don't forget to scrape down the sides of your vessel in case anything is stuck and mix it again. When you're done, pour it out into a bowl and let it rest for about 10 minutes. After the time is up, you should see some small bubbles have risen to the surface. When that happens, you're ready to cook the pancakes. Place a non-stick pan on a medium heat, and when the pan is heated, add in about a tablespoon of your batter. My ice cream scoop is the perfect size, but you can use any utensil. If your batter has rested long enough, you'll see it start to form air bubbles across the pancake. If not, let it rest a short while longer. Now leave the pancake to cook undisturbed until all the air bubbles pop and the top of it is no longer wet and shiny. This should take under a minute. Qatayef aren't flipped, they're just cooked on a single side, so when the top has dried, use a spatula to remove it from the pan and set it on a plate to cool. Keep the plate covered with a tea towel as this will stop the Qatayef from drying out. Every time you cook one, add it to the plate and cover it again. You can overlap them a little bit on the plate, and if they're cooked properly they won't stick to each other. Now your Qatayef when cooked should be golden brown on the bottom and a pale cream on top. The bottom should be smooth and have very small holes all over, whereas the top will have large evenly distributed holes. If you cook yours just right, they'll have this white ring around the outside. Once you've cooked your Qatayef, you can fold them. This is pretty easy to do. Just place a pancake in your hand with the bottom resting on your palm and fold it into a semicircle so the top is now on the inside of your folded pancake. Pinch together the edges of the pancakes and they will stick to each other, sealing the pancake into a semicircle shape. Go around the edges pinching them together until you have closed 2/3 of the pancake. Then you are done. The remaining third is the opening which will be filling with our pistachio cream. Go ahead and do this for all the Qatayef. If they aren't sticking, it probably means you've overcooked them or you haven't covered them and they're dried out. Once you've folded them all, cover them up again and we'll prepare the filling. So first thing I'm doing is chopping 100 grams of pistachio into small pieces. Put your pistachios on a chopping board and then chop them till you are left with small pieces. We're going to be using this to add some textural crunch to the final dish. Next, put your mascarpone and pistachio butter in a bowl and mix the two together. You can also add some orange zest or chop up a small amount of the candied orange and add it in. Mix it all together until you have a creamy uniform filling. Once done, get a piping bag with a straight tip or even just a sandwich bag and cut off the tip or corner. Add your filling to the bag and push it all the way to the bottom. When you're ready to assemble, hold a folded Qatayef in your hand and insert the nozzle of your piping bag right back as far as it can go. Squeeze the piping bag while pulling it out to fill the Qatayef. Apply constant pressure all the way to the outside of the pancake where you want to squeeze a generous amount to fill the opening. Repeat this until all your Qatayef are stuffed. You can also fill your pancake using a teaspoon and then fold it shut 2/3 of the way. Once you've used up all your filling or pancakes, it's time to apply the chopped pistachios from earlier to the top half of your cream. Hold the stuffed Qatayef in your hand and gently press the cream down into the pistachios, just enough to get the pistachios to stick. I'm pressing them in at an angle so I only get chopped pistachios on the top half. When you're done applying the pistachios to your Qatayef, place them on a serving plate or tray in a nice pattern. I've used a rectangular plate and alternated the directions they are facing. Next, add pieces of the orange peel from earlier to the Qatayef. I've placed 1 or 2 pieces on top of the pistachios we just applied. And finally, to decorate, I've placed some edible rose petals on the plate. Just before serving the Qatayef, generously drizzle over the delicious syrup you made earlier. Now there's many other ways of making Qatayef, including stuffed with nuts, sultanas and then fried. I find this open face variant is a lot lighter and not as sweet. If you want to see the fried version, let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching the video, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll be back soon with another recipe.